Okay, this is a little bit of a late night one, so I'm going to keep it brief. I am going to go into Iron Banner. My son just reminded me that today's the last day for any kind of a reset ranking. So, whoops. Uh, but yeah, my wife informed me this evening that Ken Kelly, artist of Kiss album covers and Conan and a host of toy and D&D advertising or product imaging, has passed away. So he kind of was a really big influence to me as far as my art style, my own personal art style is. And I think a lot of the reason why I hang out in Destiny 2 is that you can see the Frazetta Vallejo Kelly kind of palette and design pretty much throughout all of it. It's amazing how these contemporary creators create such wide-reaching effects upon the whole of our design uh, choices and how we how we want to convey story. And one of the things I just finished watching an interview he had with Hound Comics 8 years ago, where he was talking about his music choices as prompted by the interviewer, and he was really big on the whole idea that story is what drives him. Story, a song that has a story in it will appeal to him far more than any hard-hitting banger that gets you on the floor dancing. So yeah, in that respects, when you look at Kelly's work, go out there and find it. It's all over the place. Um, you can see there's a clear narrative that's going on in the imagery, and that's actually a lot of the reason why I keep coming back to Destiny 2, because in spite of the fact that the story has gotten very, very lean over the last few months, it seems like just a lot of, circling the drain kind of repetition. Uh, there is still a story that you can create in your activities, like this Iron Banner, that we're doing here. There's a means to our effort. There's an outcome we're hoping to get, and you know you can feel a sense of the drama that builds. And I think that a lot of the little medals and um, awards that you can get in PvP and in other activities, they tell that story. Our story in this game is told more through our achievements and our awards. I guess I don't know. It seems almost contradictory, because I'm not into awards or achievements, but yet at the same time, that's how you tell your story in a game like this. I mean, look at this whole scene right here. This is very, very close to the fantasy art palette. There's not Destiny's not really sci-fi. It really is more of a fantasy style game, especially with all the space magic, with the warlocks and titans and hunters throwing spells at each other for the most part. Um, it's got a high fantasy kind of like experience to it. Oh fuck! I just bombed my grenade. Anyway, that's all I want to share. So yeah, if you get a moment, you're cruising social media, go do a tag search for Ken Kelly, artist. That's with two Ks, and enjoy yourself, because his work is phenomenal, phenomenal work. Um, yeah, and if you are yourself an artist, realize that every effort you put out there, it says something about you as the artist and about, the subject you're working with. So, build that little story, even if there's not really a story intended. Find the narrative and emulate it. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys.